Okay, I want to go through a few of my favorite techniques. We've gone through what I call my quick draw strike, where my hand comes up and my weapon pops up into my hand. So I'm coming up here and striking in, or I come up and come over the top. All I'm doing is just holding my hand out and snapping my weapon up into it. We've covered that. What I want to do now is go sideways with that. I'm kind of in the same position. A lot of times as I start a fight, my weapon is always on the ground when I start. I'm always coming up, defending this way, or defending this way, or striking this way, or striking this way, depending on what's happening. So I'm kind of in the same position. I like, personally, not to be straight, but to be kind of at an angle. So I'm diagonal. My weapon is in my right hand, and it's at the front. My right leg is behind that, and my left leg is behind that. So I'm kind of in a straight line. So at this point, what I'm going to do is come across. And I use this technique a lot. It's the same thing as coming up this way, but I'm coming across the front of my body. And what I will do with that is, a lot of times I'll just punch with it. It works really well. I come up, and it's just a straight punch out. My hands are wide. Again, we've talked about why I never hold my hands in closer. They're at the very ends of my weapon, because that's what I'm hitting with. Boom. I'm going to pull it back, and this is going to make a hyperbolic curve. Over, I'm going to come up, punch out, and come back down. Now, normally after that punch, I follow up. I'll do a hit here, I can punch, I can do a hit on the other side, bam, I can punch, and I can poke this out, or after my punch, a lot of times I'll grab, so I'll just reach behind the person's neck with this. But to start off, one of the best things to do, one of the easiest things to do, is just snap it out. So from here, I come up sideways, pop, and just in. Now, because they don't have a squishy face like Bob does here, when you hit, what will happen, especially if they got a fencing mask or something like that, when I hit, their entire head will jack back like this, and they're gone. So it's really kind of a one-shot deal. I've got to be chasing them if that's not the case. But I'll come up, bam, and as they step back, I'm going to step back to pretend that he's gone backward a little bit. What I will do is I'll roll off my thumb, and I'll grab this way and hit across. So, bam, roll over, hit, and back through. Or you can just pop to the face and come back down into your kind of a ready position. And that, again, that does two things. Number one, it hurts. You just got punched in the face with a stick. Thing number two, it starts to give me some distance between me and my opponent. What I would do is just practice that. Pop it up into your hand. Again, I don't have to look at it. I want my hand to be where it's supposed to be. Wherever that hand is, I want to be used to snapping my weapon up into it without having to look. If not, you miss and you're fumbling trying to grab it, and the other person is thinking, oh, now's the perfect time to just crack their skull. So, come across, pop, and just straight out. Try that. One of my favorite techniques. I use it all the time.